Millions do it. Look for love online through personal dating websites.
Oh, but as more of us open ourselves up to romance, we're also opening ourselves up to big risks. Call for Action's Keith King shows us how to reduce that risk. Keith?
Yeah, Elizabeth and Mark, good evening. Just in time for Valentine's Day, I am talking about easy ways for you to basically snoop on your potential sweetheart long before you ever meet face to face. And the best part, you're about to learn where to snoop for free. Meet Cheryl, an Overland Park widow who loves to read, spend time with friends, and dogs. Cheryl lost her husband of 35 years in 2007. Recently, she decided it was time to date. She went on Match.com and before long met a potential Mr. Right.
I saw his picture, and I'm the one that winked at him.
His name is Carl Jens, a 60-year-old construction engineer, a widower, and a father of a teenager from Kansas City, Kansas, raised in Denmark. He came complete with an accent and all the right things to say. He writes, "I'm a gentleman looking to meet a lady. First as friends and see what life has to offer."
He saw my picture, very interested, kind of saying the things that women like to hear.
The two talked for weeks. It came time to meet, but Carl suddenly got called away to Malaysia on business. Then a business emergency. He needed money. He asked Cheryl for $10,000. She eventually wired him $2,000.
I went on and sent the money, but then I think I knew that I had done the wrong thing.
And it didn't stop there. Next, Cheryl says Carl's 13-year-old son needed surgery, and Carl again needed money. Now suspicious, Cheryl called Barstow, the Kansas City school where Carl said his son was enrolled. She learned no one by that name went there. Upset and out $2,000, Cheryl ended it with Carl.
And I told him, the gravy train stops here.
Cheryl is not alone. In November, the Federal Trade Commission issued a warning to anyone using dating websites to be on guard. The typical scenario: a scammer creates a fake profile, gains trust, then asks for money to be wired outside the U.S.
It's never been easier to falsify and communicate who you are, what you are.
Chuck Stevenson is a local private investigator who says these days more people turn to him to background someone. And most times the person is not who they say they are.
A lot of these we run into, I'd say close to 60% are money issues, where that individual will eventually ask for money.
A recent New York Times article shows online date detectives can unmask Mr. or Ms. Wrong. Everything from websites to smartphone apps offer to background your potential mate for a price. But there are ways for you to dig up the dirt on your potential mate for free. First stop, Zaba Search. Type in a name and a state and unearth information. I typed in my name, and it comes back with a list of cities where I've lived over the past 25 years. Next, check court records, sites like CaseNet in Missouri and jocogov.org. All public, all easy to access. So is the sex offender registry. Each state has one. Also, learn where your potential love lives. Then go to work. County websites list property, including homes, cars, and other toys. As for Cheryl, she thought her guy was legit. He sent her copies of business contracts and documents that appear real. They're not.
I feel very gullible. I feel very stupid. I think I learned my lesson.
Cheryl bravely shares her online dating horror story, hoping it may spare someone else heartache. Well, Cheryl filed a police report with Overland Park PD, but the reality is tracking this guy down could be impossible. No telling where he is. Needless to say, the two never met face to face. Now, you can find links to sites which can help you background a potential mate. Go to our website, NBCActionNews.com, click on money, and then call for action.
Seems so believable with all those details.
Yeah, really horrible. Now, what about the dating websites? Are they in any way responsible for weeding out scam artists?
Well, you think that they would be. Yeah. However, the reality is no, they are not. The sites basically are absolved from liability. The thinking is they're not the site is not the publisher of the information. Instead, the members are. It would be almost impossible for sites to operate while still having to police and track down all the details and confirm everything.
All right. Well, good luck to her in the future, too.
Absolutely.
Thanks for that.
Thanks.